good, Griffin 13 here back in the day, and today guys I'm going to show you how to unlock the brand new Mosler MT900s here in Forza Horizon 4. Now I've actually already tested this car out, and honestly guys, it is fantastic. It is a little low on power, but it makes up for that with how light the vehicle is. It's actually on the lighter side of the extreme track toys in this game, which is pretty awesome, makes it a great circuit racer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into it. So starting things off, you want to make your way over here to Hollywood Park Circuit, which is just east of Edinburgh. And once you get here, you're going to go ahead and enter into the race, and it may take upwards of 5 minutes as it is on a little bit of an interval, because this is a co-op championship. Now when you enter into the race, you're actually going to see a little screen like this one right here. However, though, yours will not say completed unless you have, of course, already completed the race. Instead, it will show you that your reward is going to be the 2010 Mosler MT900s. Now the vehicle that I actually chose for this race was the Lamborghini Centenario with a tune by Don Juan song. It actually worked out pretty well and was able to win all 3 races back to back, which honestly is pretty damn amazing. But the thing is though, is you're going up against unbeatable drivatars in hypercars, which can be quite difficult for many players. And because this is a co-op championship, you may get paired with random drivers unless you have a team already set to go. Because the thing is that being paired with random drivers, you never know who you're going to get. You could end up with somebody like Box, who is an absolutely amazing racer, or you can end up with someone who's just started out playing Forza Horizon 4, and they may end up losing every single race, and that could overall end up costing you this whole championship. And because of this, what I would actually recommend is if you have a group together, have one person at least get into an S1 class car, because there are some S1 hypercars, and when somebody enters into one of those vehicles, it's actually going to bring down the PI of the lowest 3 drivatars, making them all S1. So the lower the class ranking, the lower that they are going to be. Because of this, it'll actually automatically give you almost 300 points per person who's able to actually pass them. Now you can either take one for the team or you can hope that somebody else will. Unfortunately in my race, nobody actually got into an S1 class vehicle, but we were able to still take out the W. Even though we did have one person who ended up losing every single race, the rest of us actually appeared to be relatively decent, and in 2 of the races we had a 1st through 4th finish, so we ended up actually pulling out all the stops, but we only just barely won still, which was quite a bit of a disappointment. So that's just one recommendation that I would have for you guys when you go into this race. So now let's actually take a look at the vehicle itself, which again is the 2010 Mosler MT900s with 530 horsepower, 515 pound-feet of torque, weighing in at only 2,480 pounds, which in retrospective extreme track toys is kind of right there in the middle, leading towards the lighter end. In fact, it's about the same weight as the KTM Crossbow GT4, except for the fact that it does have almost 130 horsepower more than the KTM Crossbow at stock. And because of this, this car is absolutely fantastic at circuit races. However though, it can be a little bit difficult on some of the more quick races where there's a lot more straight lines, especially going up against other extreme track toys. I actually went ahead and tested this car out in 2 different races, and one of them is a relatively quick, fast-paced race, but I ended up losing pretty much in a drag race against the Unicorns because those things have 1,400 horsepower and only weigh about 500 pounds more than this car, which is absolutely insane. Now for the most part, those cars are drift cars, but some people have actually made race tunes out of them, which have made them quite difficult when facing in other races. But then when I put this car in a circuit race, it was actually pretty dominant, where its main competition ended up being the Pagani Zonda R Force Edition, which is pretty damn quick as they only weigh 2,500 pounds but have 972 horsepower, which is quite a lot. That is quite a lot. The tune that I had made for the Mosler ended up giving it about 100 more horsepower, but only lost 100 pounds, so it made it around 2,300 pounds with 600 horsepower, but it was still able to pull off the W against the Zondas. Upgrade-wise, there isn't really anything special with this car. There isn't really anything you can do with the body at all. In fact, you can't even upgrade the aero on this car, as it already comes stock with tunable aero. But the one thing that is special is you can put in an insane insane motor, which is the Racing V8. And with this engine, you can actually upgrade it all the way up to 1,356 horsepower, and then you can tune the weight down all the way to 2,341 pounds. Just think about that, guys. That is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. This car would be a nightmare to drive with that kind of power. Oh my god. Plus, as well, it is rear-wheel drive stock. You can upgrade it to be all-wheel drive, which would make it a little bit easier to handle. So anyway, though, that's what we're going to go and wrap things up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Grip413 and Instagram.com/Grip413. And if you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to hit subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.